Phonetically, start. The Constitution provides for an address by the President to either House of Parliament or both houses assembled together. The provision for address by the head of state to Parliament goes back to the year 1921 when the Central Legislature was set up for the first time under the Government of India Act 1919. The President may address both houses of Parliament assembled together or either House of Parliament separately in the following two cases. Article 86(1) of the Constitution provides that the President may address either House of Parliament or both houses assembled together and for that purpose require the attendance of members. However, since the commencement of the Constitution, the President has not so far addressed either House or both House assembled together under the provision of this article. Article 87(1) of the Constitution provides that at the commencement of the first session after each general election to the House of the People and at the commencement of the first session of each year, the President shall address both houses of Parliament assembled together and inform Parliament to the causes of its summons. When a session of Lok Sabha is not proposed after being adjourned, sine die and subsequently reconvened to meet in the next calendar year, the President in such cases is not required to address both houses of Parliament assembled together. Being a statement of policy of the government, the address is drafted by the government who are responsible for its contents. It contains a review of the activities and achievements of the government during the previous year and sets out the policies which it wishes to pursue with regard to important internal and international problems. It also indicates the main items of legislative business which are proposed to be brought during the session to be held in that year. The President's address under Article 87(1) of the Constitution is a regular feature. In the case of the first session after each general election to Lok Sabha, the President addresses both houses of Parliament assembled together after the members have made and subscribed the oath or affirmation and the Speaker has been elected. Generally, types take 2 days to complete these preliminaries. No other business is translated till the President has addressed both houses of Parliament assembled together. In the case of the first session of each year, the President's address takes place at the time and date notified for commencement of the session of both the houses of parliament. Members who have not made oath or affirmation, members who have not made and subscribed the oath or affirmation are admitted to the central hall on the occasion of the address on production of the certificate of election granted to them by the returning officers or on introduction by a sitting member who had made oath or affirmation or on production of the summons. President's address to both the houses of parliament assembled together is the most solemn and formal act under the constitution, utmost dignity and decorum befitting that occasion is maintained. Any action on the part of a member which mars the occasion of the president's address or creates disturbances is punishable by the house to which the member belongs. In connection with the president's address, certain ceremonies are observed. Members of both the houses of parliament assembled together in the central hall of parliament house at least 5 minutes before the arrival of the president. In the central hall, seats are reserved for prime minister, ministers, deputy chairmen, Rajya Sabha, deputy speaker, Lok Sabha, and leaders of parties in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Seats are also reserved for the members of panel of chairpersons Lok Sabha, panel of vice chairman Rajya Sabha, chairpersons of parliamentary committees and deputy leaders, chief whips of parties in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Members are free to occupy other seats which are not allotted earmarked. Members are expected not to leave the central hall when the president is addressing